Fantastic for meal prepping, these sweet potato black bean burgers are simple to prepare and full of flavor. No food processor is needed, no long baking time, and smothered with my Chipotle barbecue sauce, you won't be saying no to these. Hello, I'm Catherine, Bryan's behind the camera, and you have been waiting for a veggie burger from us. And to be honest, this is tasty, thrifty, timely, and I've been dragging my feet a little bit on a veggie burger because sometimes it can feel like a bit of a chore for me. Oftentimes there's a lot of ingredients, you maybe have to saute things first, then you need a food processor, then a long baking time, and I don't know why, but sometimes the prep work just makes me groan a little. That's why I love single ingredient veggie burger patties like our delicious portobello burger. But I have finally settled on a recipe that I'm happy to share with you. The prep for this recipe is to cook sweet potato and cook rice. But once you have these done, all you have to do is put everything into a bowl, mash it together, form the patties, and cook them quickly on your stovetop. Because cooking a big pot of rice and a whole bunch of sweet potatoes all at once is pretty easy, I think that this recipe is a meal prep winner. I can see myself batch cooking a whole bunch of these at the beginning of the summer, freezing them, and then summer barbecues come together lickety-split. Don't get carried away, Catherine. Let me show you how to make 8 sweet potato black bean burgers. Add 300 grams steamed and mashed sweet potato, which is usually about 2 medium sweet potatoes, to a large bowl with 2 cups or 250 grams loosely packed brown rice, 1.5 cups black beans, usually 1 15-ounce can drained and patted dry, and 1/3 cup toasted and ground walnuts, sunflower seeds, or pumpkin seeds. You can roast or boil the sweet potato, but I find that when steamed, the sweet potato is a little less moisture logged, and that makes it easier for the patty to stay together while you're cooking it. I actually have some roasted sweet potato from an earlier experiment on these, and you might be able to see the difference, that it's a little more wet when it's roasted. Likewise, I prefer to prep all of these ingredients in advance and then let them chill until I'm ready to make the patties. 1, working with a cold mixture is easier than burning your hands, and 2, steam from hot ingredients will again make this mixture a little more moist. If you use canned beans and roasted nuts or seeds, then there's no prep to be done with those. But if you're like me and you do cook your beans from scratch for extra savings, then you might already have a batch in your freezer that you can defrost for this. And toasting nuts or seeds takes 3 to 5 minutes. You could actually probably use some oats or breadcrumbs or something like that, but you might lose a bit of that smoky, nutty flavor. Smoky? Toasty, nutty flavor. Smoky comes from the chipotle and adobo. That's going in next. Next, add 1.5 tablespoons diced chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, 1 tablespoon tamari or soy sauce, 2 teaspoons ground cumin, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, and 3/4 teaspoon salt. Use a potato masher to mash all of the ingredients together. The beans will still be mostly intact, and that's all right. They don't need to be ground into a paste. Lightly oil your hands if desired, and scoop scant 1/2 cup amounts of the mixture. Turn it out into your palm and use your hands to form a patty. Lay the formed patty on a plate or lined baking tray and continue with the remaining mixture to form 8 patties. At this point, you can chill the burger patties like this in the fridge until you're ready to cook them, or you can freeze them. And I would freeze them just like this on a lined baking tray for 1 to 2 hours until the patties are frozen, and then you can transfer them to a freezer-safe container or bag with a piece of parchment paper or wax paper in between each. And in the recipe card on our blog, I have some instructions for how to cook these from frozen. And my preferred method is in my air fryer for 20 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit. They get nicely crispy on the outside. But for now, I'm gonna move straight to cooking these. Heat a frying pan or griddle over medium-low heat and brush on a touch of oil if needed. Once hot, lay as many burgers as can easily fit on the hot surface. These burgers will be a little too soft to cook on a grooved grill, so a flat surface is best. Cook on the first side for 3 to 5 minutes until some nice char appears. Carefully flip the burgers, and if the edges get a little messy, just pat them back into place with your spatula. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes on the second side, and if your pan has a raised edge, you can push the burgers against the edge and gently rotate them around to cook the sides of the burger as well. finish by brushing on my chipotle barbecue sauce or a sauce of your choice and remove from the heat. Slather your bottom bun with my oil-free chipotle mayo for even more chipotle flavor. Then add your lettuce, burger patty, tomato, pickle, pickled red onion, and slather the top bun with more chipotle barbecue sauce.
Our first burger. This is amazing. Look at this. Glasses are already off. Let's go. Let's do this. Burger cheers. Oh, this is legit.
It tastes, I think, because of the barbecue sauce, it tastes pretty barbecue-y.
Tastes like summer.
It does. And although these are slightly more delicate burgers, so you can't really cook them on a barbecue, on a grill, they don't taste like mushy or anything.
No,
Right?
and this is way better than a Beyond Burger or an Impossible Burger. This is so good.
You take these over a faux meat.
All day, every day. This is a full Bryan.
Hey, have we had a full Bryan in a little while? On a scale from 1 to Bryan, this recipe is full Bryan.
Full Bryan. I took my glasses off. I took off my slippers. I'm like, I'm digging in.
When the slippers come off. When I visited your dorm room in university with other people, Bryan was wearing slippers, and I was like, this guy, I need to figure out what his deal is, because man who wears slippers in university, you know he's a good one.
This is amazing. This burger, I mean, look at that. We'll cut into some bite-in shots, but this is delicious. This is so good.
Is there anything specific about the flavor? Like, because there's quite a bit of chipotle on there.
I like the kick.
But because of the sweet potato, it's also the sweetness of the sweet potato balances out, and it balances it out, and it's not as overwhelming.
Not at all. And because it's sweet potato, black bean, rice, it's so filling. But in a good way. Like, this feels like a lot of eating.
And all of these recipes, the burgers, obviously, the barbecue sauce, the chipotle mayo, the pickled red onion, all of these recipes are on the blog for you, and they're linked below in the description box.
Speaking of recipes, this is homemade kombucha by Catherine. Do you want to see a kombucha video? How to make your own kombucha? Oh, that's bad luck. It cheers you in mid-sip.
Maybe it's extra good luck. And just like already, the good luck's already coming at you.
For everybody at home, this hasn't fallen apart. Look at that.
Yeah, because the other thing with veggie burgers is you hopefully don't want them to be all crumbly on you. So those tips for trying to cook the sweet potato and have it be as firm as possible will help. But even the versions that I've done with roasted sweet potato that have been more delicate while I've been flipping them, they haven't been falling apart while we eat them. And I kind of always feel like cooking sweet potato for recipes is a little bit of a pain, but I think I'm in the minority because everyone seems to love sweet potato recipes and want more. So let me know in the comments if you're all for cooking sweet potato for desserts, burgers, sauces, all kinds of other things, or if you still think that this veggie burger is a little too involved. You can be honest.
The cost.
Well, these are definitely worth it for the cost because these 8 patties come in under $5 for us. So about 60 cents a patty.
Whoa.
And if we buy veggie burgers from our wholesale store, they're about $1.25 a patty, and Beyond Meat burgers are $2.50 a patty. And then from our local grocery store, veggie burger options range from $1.75 to nearly $4 per patty.
Tasty, check. Thrifty, check. Timely, check.
Pretty good check. You just have to cook some sweet potato and some rice.
But like you said, great meal prep, great big batch. And that's how you eat burgers, right? It's big batches. You having a party. Yeah. Yeah. Talk with, like, make those noises.
We don't know what's coming next, do we?
We don't know what's coming next, and quite frankly, who cares? Because these burgers are so good, you're going to want to make them. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, make these burgers. Let us know if you love them. Make the chipotle mayo. Let us know if you love that. Delicious, Catherine.